Okay, so I'm going to do one larger video this time for the male reproductive system. It's going to cover lab activity 1, 2, and 3 of lab assignment 10. So this is the male testes, epididymis, ductus deferens, accessory glands, and penis. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to go back and forth between these two models, and we have this fleshy sac here that is known as the scrotum, and housed within the scrotum are the testes. So this is the testis. On top of the testis is this structure. This is known as the epididymis. And at the bottom, we're going to transition from the epididymis to the ductus or vas deferens. That's where we get the word vasectomy from. The vas deferens is a tube that's going to participate in this structure. This structure is known as the spermatic cord, and it contains the vas deferens, the blood vessels, and the nerves that are going to be connected to the testes. Now I'm going to move to this model. So again, you can see that spermatic cord is within here, and the spermatic cord is wrapped up in fibrous connective tissue, and it's going to pass through a hole in the bottom of the abdominal wall known as the inguinal canal. That's why we sometimes get inguinal hernias. And then the vas deferens is going to continue over the bladder, and we're going to see it on the back in a few minutes. Okay, another feature within this area is this muscle here. You see it on the surface of, underneath the scrotum, but on the surface of the testis, and this is the cremaster muscle. The cremaster muscle allows us to lift or lower the testes based on body temperature. Okay, so we're also going to be looking at the spermatozoon, which has a head, a tail, and a cap. Real quick. Here it is. Sorry, that's my model. There we go. So this is the spermatozoon. This would be the head. The acrosome cap would be here. This is the mid piece, and this is the flagellum. Okay, the only cell in the human body known to have a flagellum. So those are the part of a mature sperm. Okay, we can also go on and look at the accessory glands. Now for these glands, I'm going to turn this model around backwards. Okay, and I'm going to show you that vas deferens that came through the spermatic cord is here. It goes over the back of the bladder, kind of using the ureter as a hook to hold it. And then it starts to get wider. This section of the vas deferens is called the ampulla, and it's going to meet this gland. This gland here and here is called the seminal gland. The seminal gland is going to provide most of the volume of what we know as semen. Okay, if we open this up, this model, nope, not going to let me. Okay, we're going to go over here. There we go. All right, so on the back, here is my seminal gland. And then where the ampulla and the seminal gland meet, they're going to pass through a section of the prostate gland, which is this part here. And this section where those two tubes meet, the ampulla of the vas deferens and the duct coming from the seminal gland, this is going to be called your ejaculatory duct. This is just this little short string. Now here is the bladder, right here is the internal urethral sphincter, and then we start the prostatic urethra right here, and the ejaculatory duct joins the prostatic urethra inside the prostate gland. Then we're going to pass through this muscle layer right here, and during the time when it's in this muscle layer, we're going to call that the membranous urethra. And within that membranous urethra will also be the bulbourethral glands, represented in here, or also called Cowper's glands. And then we're going to have, let me move to this model. Okay. So again, here's my prostatic urethra, my ejaculatory duct. This would be the membranous urethra right in this area. Okay, the Cowper's gland is right here, and then we'll enter the spongy urethra, and that will carry all the way to the end of the penis. So on this model, right here, number 8 is the bulbourethral gland or Cowper's gland. There is the prostate gland, and in white here, number 5 is the seminal gland, and the 4 is the ampulla. So those are the accessory glands, and they are going to deliver the semen and the sperm that are going to become the ejaculate to the penis. Now the penis has a root back here, it has a shaft, and it has a glans or head. All of our models have a circumcised penis, which has had what this piece that would be here that has been removed. Circumcised means we would remove that foreskin or prepuce, and you would be left with this ridge. Okay, so an uncircumcised penis would have another additional layer here over the glands, and it would be producing a product known as smegma, which is kind of an oily, waxy substance that helps protect the glands. Okay, so if we take an interior view of the penis, there are two large sections on the top edge of the penis that are called the corpora cavernosa, and they are lined with very stiff collagen fibers, and they allow for engorgement. And then the lower section, there's only one of these chambers. This is called the corpus spongiosum. The corpus spongiosum is where we have the spongy urethra that leads here to the tip of the glands of the penis. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we have covered all of the areas of the male anatomy.